Start. Hold on. Go 45 or every time. All right. The hate is real, YouTube. Guess what, YouTube? We hold these truths to be self evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I ain't got to read that no more. I'm Mills Lane. Welcome to American Culture Topics. Not joining me tonight is Trap. Trap is on vacation. So salute to Trap Gardner for finding time to go on vacation. So it's a sick, sad world out here. I think the main thing to focus on is, this is the wild card right here. So sorry for the late start, but I really wanted to open this up to anybody who came in the chat to ask any questions that they may have about anything that's going on out here. Whether it's American culture topics, questions about anything, I don't mind. I'm just glad that you guys showed up, and we're here to get this thing going. So I'll get started by going in history for a little bit. But never told you, don't ever drink and drive. On this day in 1969, Senator Ted Kennedy, he drives his car off a bridge at Quippapack Duck Island. Okay, so he did escape a submerged car, but unfortunately his passenger, a 28-year-old Mary Jo Copeccini or whatever, did not. And since this happened before I was born, and since when I finally started watching politics, I saw that Ted Kennedy was a senator. It's safe to say he didn't go to jail for taking out that woman, for driving his car into the water. I know that's pretty harsh. We had another story. Former President Barack Obama, he released a book of poems, I believe, or it was called, it was a memoir, Dreams from My Father. So, as you know, Barack Obama's father was born in Kenya. So, I don't know much more than that. I know that he met with Barack Obama up until he was 10 years old. Named after his father. Of course, he had a thing for at least one white woman. So this was a book. This would be a precursor, and this was the book that he had out before he ran for office. I think when he was running for office, he had another book come out called The Audacity of Hope. So that's what's going on with those two stories. I had another book written by Hitler. Hitler's book, Mein Kampf, was published on this day in history as well. We got a lot of literature for you literature fans out there. Any book reading? I never wanted to read Mein Kampf. I think it was also, in English, it means my struggle. Only struggle I think Hitler had was he believed in the Aryan race, and the genetic code was like blonde hair and blue eyed, and he had neither. So he wanted to lead a brigade of people who didn't look like him. Interesting. And for presidential sake, on this day, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was given the third nomination for the Democratic Party to be president. So he already served 2 terms, and this would be the third term that he was nominated the party for president of the United States. As you know, he would go on to win 4 times and become president in 4 separate elections. All right. So that was the quick rundown for this day in history. Wanted to get that out the way. And all right, D Holla's in the house. What up, my light skinned brother? Yeah, see, stand behind a red background. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, D. Um, yeah, this is our wild card episode. So my plans is to just let loose. Not I'm not really gonna be what am I trying to say? There's no structure on this one. Um, so if I don't get any questions, I'll just let you guys in on some of the things that I've been thinking about um, and enjoying time. So I'm just going to quickly start popping out some requests, people to join in or whatever. So yeah, we got I don't know what else is going on in this world. Lately, I know Trump's been in the news. Uh, Most recently, there was information regarding him in North Carolina making a campaign stop. And while he was talking, uh, there were chants going off of like send her back or something along that nature. Uh-oh, there's a package on my step. Please excuse me for one moment. Go ahead and do that. Did it do it? Did I scare the thing? I think I scared the thing. All right. Package. What is that? What the fuck? AK YouTube. That was funny. Um, yeah, so the chance of send her back, I guess they were directed to some of the members of Congress. There's a 4-woman membership on Congress that is they're they're not even left. They're almost extreme left. And you ever heard me talk about politics as far as left and right? When there's left, there's right. And then when you go extreme left and extreme right, it's pretty much the same thing to me. I don't think you can go and be that far to the left without seeming a little kooky. Do I believe in what their thoughts are? I don't know. I really kind of tried to stay outside of party politics. It seems the easy way out. Um, what I do see a problem with is some of the senators like Rand Paul and guys that are having problems with funding for the 9/11 Survivors Fund. What seems to be a simple thing to just fund and help people that literally laid their lives on the line for, they rushed into buildings, and not even that, just to clean up afterwards, um, where there's these old buildings that have whatever from asbestos to you name it, and they have the potential to cause damage to these people, and you end up having a situation where these people need our help. And what do? Not we per se, the citizen, but we, the Congress, our congressional members and our senators, um, are not funding. I look at this situation similar to um, reparations. And how I'll explain, here's a situation where we have Americans forced into doing things. Well, they did, yeah, because it's their job. You send them. You say, hey, I need you to clean up, look for survivors, get body parts, whatever. Just clean up this area. It's a catastrophe. It's American. The longer that pile of rubble sat, the longer the pain and frustration in the Americans would continue. So it was very important for that to get cleaned up. And those guys went out there and they did what they had to do. And nobody is going to be upset. Well, I'm not upset that they went out and did that. We actually wanted them to. So, with Rand Paul saying, hey, don't help, kind of sets a bad precedent. Um, I know a celebrity like Jon Stewart, comedian, he's been on the forefront of going out there and letting people know it is terrible that they're not supporting these members. So, but okay, I'm almost done here. And yeah, I prefer that it gets itself resolved. But in the meantime, we'll get back to the show and see what's going on. Uh, excuse me a sec. Let's see what I missed. All right. Salute to Amazing Confections. Amazing Confections with the darts at D Holler. Salute Cliff Bravo. All right. Yeah. Wow. So it's up to 200 firefighters have died. Basically, they call it the 9/11 illness. It's where it's just sick. I mean, first of all, they're a union, but they can't work because they're sick. So what happened? This once again, we love our troops, right? So you support your troops. When questionable things happen in police forces, you have people stepping up and saying, "Oh, we support our boys in blue." So here's another group of people lay their lives on the line, and they need in their time of need, when they need repair rations, they're not getting it. So it's real important that America keeps an eye open, and especially before this next election that's coming up. Remember who decided not to provide the proper funding for the firefighters who went in, tried to save as many people as they can. All right. So once again, this is a wild card edition. If you have any questions, and if my eyes can catch them in this chat, I will answer them to the best of my ability. Yep. Pandemic, excuse me, a paramedic died recently because he got sick during 9/11 from helping search and rescue. That's correct. Yeah, and I think it's up to 200 firefighters and paramedics that have died while contacting illnesses from being in that 9/11 rubble. So that is it's something that once again, remember your Congress people. Remember their actions and what they decided to do when these people needed them the most. Yeah. But as for Trump, his comments on as far as when he said they should go back to their homelands and see the conditions there and see if they can do anything about those. Um, I think it's important to understand. I used to give him a pass in the fact that he was rich and he didn't pretty much understand the common man's life. So I was wondering, I was like, well, how is a rich person ever going to be elected? But rich people do a good job at up salute to didn't make the cut and salute to Cali Connected. How do rich people get elected into office? This happens all over the place. You have Michael Bloomberg in New York City. There have been, I say, George Bush Sr. In Texas, then the presidency. You have, of course, and Donald Trump, of course. So you have people who amass wealth, um, able to do one thing that they do very well, and it's um, sell water to fish. Just real good wordplay when talking to the common man or somebody who doesn't have a lot of money. They do a good job in that realm. And that's kind of how they get rich. So when I look at that, salute to Tom as well. Tom from WTFU America. Great. I caught some of y'all show Tuesday. It was good. Um, all I say is, I hope Epstein rots in hell. Look at me taking a take. People don't think I take takes. I take takes. Um, but yeah, once again, talking about Mr. Trump, when he makes his speeches, and one of the things I thought about when I was thinking about how he got elected, I was really interested in his ability to use terminology that poor people have been saying all along, and not just poor people, poor, I say basically white people. I like to use terminology like have you ever been in a comment section about a story about something that happened in the inner city? Um, there's chances of one person saying savages or they're animals. Or this is what happens when Democrats always win. These are some of the things I've heard Trump say? Also, uh-oh. Okay, amazing. I'll catch him. I'll get back into him. But and I was looking at, what else when people I say fight back, but when I'm in the chat rooms and I'm talking, I'm saying, everything that you're mad at these black kids for doing is a learned culture. And they get upset. They're like, what do you mean learned culture? I was like, well, black men and women weren't shoot them up in the saloons in the wild, wild west. So when I watched the movie Gangs in New York, I didn't see a lot of black people running anything. I said, but once they got their chance to become immersed in criminal culture, they did. And now you are upset about it. That's something that they learned. So they say, oh, well, if you don't like how it is now, you can go back to Africa. But yeah, Trump basically is running out these words. And all of these middle class and poor people who think like that, they've never had a chance to hear their president talk like that. So there are, and Trump, like him or not, he's the best representative against, I should say, race politics, sex politics. As the women's movement rose up, Trump was the perfect candidate to be in position to fight off their movement, to fight off Black Lives Matter, to fight off immigration, anything that fit a supremacist mindset. Trump was the best candidate to fight anything that went against supremacy. Salute Mac J. Okay, so Amazing Confections talking about I've been lightly following this story. All I know is this guy's a billionaire. He's done a billion terrible things. A billionaire who's done a billion terrible things. An example not of only supremacy, but monetary supremacy, where he was able to finesse the judicial system with his high-paid lawyers into getting him a nice, sweet work release where he was out basically 16 hours a day. But continued on being a jerk. And it's not enough money in the world that can prevent you from being a jerk. And once the world got a chance to find out about it, popular opinion says you need to go away for a long time. Just as anybody else who does anything against the children. So we have to have some type of stance in this world. You just wish it would come to fruition that everybody's treated fairly. Excuse me. When I say fairly, I mean everybody's treated harshly when they do something to children. There has to be like a universal, we're not going to tolerate this. It just has to be. We fight about so much. So that should be consistent. All right. Cliff Bravo says Trump can trump these nuts. Yep. Salute to the Hun folks in the house. No Ruckus left us a little thirsty today. No show. But hey, what else is going on in this world? Okay, I got a story about my boys in blue in Philadelphia. 13 Philadelphia police officers will be fired over racist and offensive Facebook posts. Hold on. All right. Here, I'm gonna just read some of the posts. Uh, One in 2014, the officer wrote, "Suspect should be taken out back and put down like the rabid animal he is." Here's one. They talked about one that was in 2015, where the cop said that Islam, the religion of Islam is a cult. Okay, we got a post from February where they were talking about an alleged murderer by writing, "We should hang him." I don't know about that one. But yeah, so basically they deemed that these posts could undermine the office. Um, Now, when they say 13 fired, it's a suspension with intent to dismiss. And see, in Philadelphia, we have well, like all police, they have unions. And there's this Lodge 5, I believe, and you hear about them so much. I know so much about them, I had to look around. But John McNesby is the union rep. So he comes out no matter what happens. Could be a video of a cop walking into a school and shooting. Okay, Philly got me. Freezing up. All right. Some of the cops were white. I say some of them were white. It's just and black cops. If you don't know the song, didn't make the cut. Some black cops, they go to the extreme to make sure that their white counterparts know that they real. It's an American culture for a lot of black people in the work world to show a little bit more. I'm trying to think of the best word to put here. To show a little bit more anger towards their own kind. I was singing, but I already got a YouTube strike. Black cop, black cop, black cop, black cop. Yeah. Oh, that was D Holler asked me? Okay. Yeah. It was most of them were white, but there were a couple that weren't. Mills, can we expect Trump to have a chance at winning? Good question. Amazing confections. Trump. Oh my goodness. Trump has a 70% chance of winning the next election. Three. Let's break down the reasons why Trump can win the next election. Number one, nobody's really complaining too much about the economy. So a lot of people are saying their money's fine. We went through the tax season. Not a lot of people complained about the lower return. With the push to get rid of illegals, that's more jobs that open up, which means it's more chances to tell people who need money that there are jobs out there. So you can send Americans to low-paying jobs. Number two, I always thought the women of this country decide most elections. Trump has not pissed off his base of women. None of them have seemed to turn on him yet. I have not heard one Republican woman go against Trump. So that's even the ones that speak on TV. I mean, Fox News is getting a little bit upset at him, and he's a little bit upset at Fox News. And now, they're on their own thing. But as far as the Tommy Laurens of the world, I haven't heard them get away from him yet. Oh, man, we got some smell goods in here right now. It's just got this place smelling so great. Uh, uh, when we get the technology that you can smell my area, you would know it smells good in here. Trump shown his racist side in order to receive money from the racist millionaires and billionaires. Yeah, Trump has also used his money and his power and his office to make himself tons of money. Every meeting of these world leaders that comes to America has been happening in Mar-a-Lago. When he took office, um, they doubled the rent of Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, yeah, Cliff. These are jobs that Americans don't want. Mm, but Americans, about to slap Americans real quick. Americans have been getting real aggy. Is the best word to put it. Americans have been getting real aggy lately and doing a lot of talking and complaining. Best thing to do is just go out there and get yourself a business. But yeah, if I had a business and I'm not making a whole lot of money, it'd be nice to be able to pay a nice low wage where I don't have to spend money on health insurance. The same guy who has a problem with this Donald Trump, he's also has uh, he's had, I should say, undocumented workers that work for him, especially at Mar-a-Lago. So it'll be interesting to see. And they've also spoken up. They've tried to talk to him like, hey, can you help us become legal? All this hard work we did for you, he turning his back on them. So, Luke Blue Label Media, thank you for joining us. So, yeah, once again, this is a wild card show. And I'm on my wild card flow. So if you decide you want to hear me talk about something, just let me know. What else is going on? Going on, going on. I don't I hate clickbait. Yeah, I hate clickbait. Oh my god. I hate clickbait. I don't even get it, man. We got any good news out there? Real quick on a personal my teenager came to me today, was like, can you buy me a game? Now, I was trying to buy this child a game about a month or two ago, like when the summer was first starting, because I knew, like, hey, you're gonna need to do something. And I wanted to buy. She's 16. Wanted to buy like a driving simulator. They got a driving simulator game for the Xbox. So I think it was like $40. was like, hey, want to buy this game? I want to get this game. You want this game? And she was like, for some reason, my forward is like a, it's like a drug to turn people into like zombies or something. So she asked me for a game today, and I said, hey, it's school supplies savings season. I got to say that 4 times fast. School supply saving season. School supply saving season. School supply saving season. Oh yeah. But I'm gonna try to go back and try to push that driving game again. I need somebody with a license, man. My kids, I'm telling their business, but they be acting like they don't want to get no license. Getting on my nerves. Wild card. Sorry. Other than that, yeah, like I'm in a rush to get them the keys to my vehicle, right? No, I just want somebody to have a damn license. Nobody wants the damn license. Okay, if you looked at what's wrong with Dad on Instagram, you notice that we didn't fall for the trick with this Face app. Yeah, I never been one to like the social media challenges um, because they are not consistent. Yeah, I was concerned. Well, wasn't really concerned. I didn't get nominated when they poured ice buckets over their head. Cool, no problem, no problem. Um, but I never wanted to get out my car and dance. Kiki, do you love me when you're riding? I never felt like I wanted to do that. Then there's the what else? Talked about last week the girl licking the ice cream. No. I like my cucumbers sliced on my salad, so none of that. Pause for even thinking that. So when they doing this, hey, this is how you're gonna look when you get older. I was like, oh no, what was the other one? 10 years challenge. So you go and look in your phone for a picture from 10 years ago, and then today. So of course the Russians are watching. They pay attention. So they might still have sleeper cells here. I don't know. Right now, I'm watching the Americans. I never watched it. I'm on like season 2. Don't pay me no mind. But yeah, but Russians meddled in the election, right? It's proven. Um, Russians are using what's they like the confusion. They used to be the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, and we are, the United States of America. But if they can get rid of us to lose that united part, which is very easy, uh, and one of the best ways they do it is with race, because as you can see, we're separated by race on many fronts. All right, yeah. Salute London Taylor in the house. Thanks for joining. It's bad enough IG own the rights to your post. That's right. Yeah, but we can't sue them. And salute the bonnet light body in the house. Yeah, we can't. I can't sue IG for Like they hate on my posts. I would try to copy and paste information, and they wouldn't even let me. But yeah. But getting back to this 10-year challenge. Um, so of course I'm always a day late on these challenges because sorry I got to get up, go to work, and take care of families and whatnot. I be watching a lot of these shows on these YouTubes or getting a little bit of feedback. Just letting time pass. And when I clicked on it in the Google, first thing it says, "Oh yeah, this is Russian." I was like, "Russian?" So I decided not to download the app. I wasn't going to download it anyway. I just wanted to see what happened. And yeah, so they say, yeah, the Russians have your picture information. Um, just us knowing that Russians are behind it is enough. So I think that doesn't do anything. It really took some people's mind off of storming Area 51. How many jobs going to open up if people actually go to Area 51? But I digress. If anybody's familiar with Facebook, because I know that's a dying thing amongst certain ages, and seems like the young ones abandon Facebook, and then the older you get, we just start following the young ones away from it until we move to the next social media platform. The young ones that get frustrated because we'll follow them to Instagram, and then we'll follow them to Snapchat one day. We'll follow them wherever the heck they're going. Y'all ain't going nowhere from us, young folk. Shots fired at my kids, but back to this. Yeah, that's it. This is a wild card episode of American Culture Topics. This is the wild card show. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I will answer them to the best of my ability. Yeah. Somebody asked me to put one on track. I'm like, nah. And older folks don't need to be looking at an older picture themselves. Let it happen. Let it happen. But oh yeah, I was saying on Facebook, I got distracted. Facebook be having these find out who will find out who will come to your wedding, and then you start answering these questions, and then they just randomly pick some people off your friends list and put them in those positions, and then people post that to their page, and of course they've just given permission to that app creator to look through their information. So that's nice, D. Holler, but how do you know? How do you know it's downloaded by it? How do you know it's the Russians behind it? You just don't know. Maybe our government should be doing their best to make that a mandate that anything coming to the Americans, we need to know where it's from up front, or it shouldn't be presented to us. But how do you feel about your current commander in chief stopping the Russians from doing anything here? So since we got that, yes, Diallo, the generation is doing the stupidest challenges. And good evening to Jamaria. Yeah, London Taylor, Putin is okay. He's doing what he's supposed to do for his country. That's how they rock. So making us look bad is not in their worst interest. It's actually in their best interest because every time we look bad, it's an opportunity for Russia to gain some contract or gain some other country support and to make business happen with them instead of us. It happens. Yep, Mario, this is a wild card episode, and I am answering any questions. Oh yeah, yeah, D. That's what I was saying. The Russians. I saw it on Google. I didn't know that it was on the news, but I did see it on the news today. I saw it on Google. So they had apps controlled by the Russians. I just believed it. I didn't. I figured there was no need for fake news on that front. I just believed it. It's 8 o'clock. Mm-mm-mm. Uh, okay. As far as the weekend is concerned, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Um, but I will give updates on some ideas I have. You guys be privy. You guys will be the first ones. Yeah, D holler. I believe Drake used that app, and Kevin Hart. That's pretty much 70% people know these. 70% of the people from the United States and Canada know these two guys. So I'm not gonna say monkey see, monkey do. So I did not get a chance to do my show, Spiritual Thoughts show. I'm a little upset about that. But it's not going to be live. That's the key. I don't think I can make that live. I want to do that a different way. Um, and I'm thinking of coming out with a character. This person, he's kind of a prick sometimes. So it's going to be a little difficult. But I'm going to see if I can get it going the right way. If not, I'll leave it alone. Not really. I just do it under a different name. But other than that, here's a question: did the Starbucks in Philly change their policy since that incident? Yes. In fact, they know to open their bathrooms to anybody. They don't want to get any smoke about bathroom usage. Um, and after they shut down for that day training, there was no other issues. Um, like I have some family members that are Starbucks loyalists, and they would make their little posts like, "Oh, are we done boycotting this yet?" Uh, and in reality, that is a culture of Americans. We boycott things temporarily. I'm starting to see Gucci back out there. I don't hear nobody complaining about them no more. So yeah, you can use the bathroom in Starbucks. I think that was the only main piece. They really didn't care about nothing else. So yeah, that was a technology breakdown. Um, so thanks for the light questions. Nobody come at me with them crazy questions. I'm so happy. Um, yeah, Trap taking himself on vacation. I need to take myself on vacation. Um, don't look likely. Probably I'm trying my best to meet up for the next Saturday night event. I'll be trying my best. Trust me. Uh, there are a lot of haters in this house. I mean, they hate. They can't. Don't. You know. That's why I put the little emoji up with the smiley face because you smiling here, man. They gonna be like, "What you smiling about? What you smiling about?" Yeah, nah. Kind of how I feel. Uh, we say play hip hop and everything. Oh shucks. Yeah. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out Blue Label's independent artist spotlight. Them joints be popping. That's all I'm gonna say. They be popping. I love to hear music that's not all day in my face. Radio station jab. Basically the crap I gotta play when I'm driving people around. Uh, do you think the Eagles will win the division? Yes. Yes and yes. Eli Manning still the quarterback of the Giants. Um, I guess it's a better chance under the same system. You guys got the same coach from last year, I believe, and you got Saquon Barkley. So that gives you're facing a loaded box. Also, you're facing better defenses. Washington's got a little bit better, although they got a quarterback. They drafted a quarterback. Dallas still hasn't paid Dak Prescott, and Ezekiel Elliott might hold out. So, with all that being said, disgruntled and frustration over pay in Dallas, um, the return of Eli Manning. At least he's under a different in the same system. So, and you have a solid running back, so that helps the Giants. And Washington, I don't see much. They need another year. Alex Smith still got a broke leg. Before your son goes off to college, take him to King of Diamonds in Miami. Nah, he gonna get some hole in the wall in Philly like he got when I for his birthday. Your quarterback Daniel Jones might start later in the season. Hey, I mean, why not? Why not? Get that man some snaps. But the problem is with Eli, you can't throw him away. See, when that coach made him sit that game and broke his streak, the fans got upset about that. But he got y'all 2 Super Bowl rings. You got to ride with him until he hang it up or his contract run out. Our rugby is more brutal than American football. You guys wear helmets. LOL. Yeah, rugby's stupid looking. I said stupid looking. I don't think it's stupid. I think it's stupid looking. Um, and somebody I know can get highly upset at me saying that. So, but I took that chance because it's my American right. I like Australian rules football, basically. I try to follow it. It's confusing as hell. Don't watch it drunk. But it's a funny looking game. I like that game too. And we have rugby here in America, but it's usually they call it rugby 7-on-7s, where they play 7 versus 7. Um, not quite the same, but it's thoroughly entertaining. You guys got any other questions? Like I said, spiritual thoughts will have to be pre-recorded. Um, in the religions world, let's say this. I've been deacon a few times. I am not, I repeat, not an ordained minister. Uh, Trap is on vacation. Yes. I put up a post on the IG and I started the show which said Trap is on vacation. He on vacation. Can't tell you where he's going, but that's on him. But yeah, he's taking a vacation. Uh, yeah, but I'm not a minister, not a reverend. Been called deacon a lot. I just have ideas, and I don't know if they're the right ones, but I'm going to try to do right by these ideals. I'm gonna try. Nah, Trap wouldn't do that. Trap's still in. He's still in love. He wouldn't do that. Mm. Yeah, I can't. I can't fight nothing else. Uh-oh. You guys call going to the next state a vacation as opposed to actually leaving the country. Yeah, man. London Taylor. You have to understand the landmass that is the United States of America. Um, we actually have states and territories that are not connected to the mainland. So I know people that go to Hawaii every year. Um, it and next state of vacation, yes, because everybody markets the shit out of their state, and we'll get the commercials, and then you'll find out what makes each state unique. But increasingly, that's starting to change. Like like my next state is New Jersey, right? So it used to be interesting for me to want to go to New Jersey because Atlantic City was I had to go there to gamble, but I don't have to do that anymore. I can stay here and gamble. Um, when I was gambling, and also, yeah, beaches. I mean, that's about for all those states that don't have beaches. A state with a beach is pretty exciting. Um, we know the laws in our big landmass, even though they're not all specifically for everybody. Some of those laws I use have an asterisk. I think black is an asterisk. So you can't do whatever you want if you got that asterisk. Uh, Trap expanding his stable international wise, allegedly. Yeah, there you go. But I will give that hint. It's not the next state over. So Trap is really on vacation. As opposed to somebody like me who just goes to work. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in Tennessee. Yeah, work. Yeah, yeah. So for all that's being said, this should conclude this week's episode of American Culture Topics, the wild card. It's gonna be difficult next week. I don't know if there's gonna be a live show next week. I might try to drop one of them premieres. Basically, I have to go pick up somebody from a college and drop off things and go to storage trailers and all this fun dad stuff. Well, with all that being said, Trap going down south to see his family might not come back allegedly. I don't know. So, with all that being said, I want to thank you guys, D Holla, London Taylor, Cliff Bravo, Amazing Confections, Blue Label Multimedia, Jamaria in the house, Mac J stopped by, Bonnet Lightbody stopped by. Yep, Amazing Confections, Tom stopped by. Didn't make the cut, joined in. Just want to thank you all again for joining me on this episode of American Culture Topics. Donations are accepted. We got that microphone. We got that microphone. And we got a camera that acts funny. So, but yeah, I want to work on this character. And I hope I can get this character popping. But may need some help. So if you can help, you can paypal.me/Mills Lane, or you Cash App the brother. Cash App is $ Mills Lane, ACT, something like that. Put it in the chat. Maybe that went through. I'm knocking over the mic. All right, folks. Peace out and enjoy the rest of your evening with liberty and justice for all.